Yeah, hello again, it's Scott here. I've put together a short video for you on how to install the Chinese Android head unit into your Navara D40. Very simple project, so I hope you find this very helpful. So I'll just show you what you get in the box. You get some mounting plates and screws. Here we have the various cables. You get a couple of USB cables plug into the back, a bunch of AV cables. You get the GPS antenna, some more mounting brackets, and this is really handy if you tell them the vehicle. You get an adapter cable. So this plugs into the Nissan harness, and then that is the standard ISO cable that plugs into the back of the head unit. You get a sheet here that tells you all the various wiring points, and that's it. You don't get any instructions at all. And then this is the head unit. It's very, very compact, so it's quite impressive really. So I've taken the head unit out of the plastic bag, so you get a trim piece here. Goes around the other side. This is full touch screen. Here's the back here, so the GPS antenna screws into there, the antenna for the radio goes into there. And then the plugs. So here's the adapter cable, so that obviously just plugs into the back there, like that. And then we've got the all the AV cables. They plug into here. And the USB cables plug into the back here as well, so it's all quite intuitive. It's not difficult. The plugs can only go in one place. So I've plugged everything in. As I said, these can only go in one place, so you can't get them wrong. And then if you refer to this page here, it's actually got quite a bit of detail, so it tells you exactly what the different wires do. For example, that one there's for a front-mounted camera. So I'm going to show you how to remove the standard DIN unit. It's very simple. You need to get yourself some of these panel tools, or you can use a knife with some insulation tape over it. The first thing to do is to prise the top tray off. You can usually get it in underneath. And now the next thing is to take this trim off here, just pull that back, and you have to undo this screw up here first. So that will just unclip. Like that. Now there's 4 screws holding this in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see here, just need to undo the plugs on the back, so I can pull the aerial out. And then pull this connector out here. Just got to squeeze that little tab and pull it out, and we can take it from the vehicle. It's as simple as that. see what they've done here is they've given us a whole lot of threaded holes in different locations, and you'll find that you can play around with it and get the same measurements to within a millimetre or so. It's quite clever. So you'll get at least 2 holes that will line up. So let's just see how this fits. I'm just going to put this trim piece around it as well, and I'll put the top 2 screws in just to hold it in place. Right. Now I'm not too worried about cables or anything at the moment. I'm just trying to get it in the right sort of orientation. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That fits very nicely. So that's good. We've got the brackets in the right place. So I don't need to show you this, but I'm just going to take it back to the bench and remove these screws on it, all these bolts on each side, and just Loctite them in, and then I'll be back again in a moment. On the original unit here, there's a piece of foam rubber stuck on the bottom, so I'm going to duplicate that on the other one. So I'm just sticking this to the bottom. Yeah, that's the right dimension now. It's the same thickness. Let's get ready to put this back in. I'm going to put the GPS antenna here on top of that piece of metal. I've read they work better if they're on a big lump of metal. And it's double-sided tape on the back, so that can go up there. Now I need to undo this, so that's the aerial, and then I need to undo this, so that went into the standard head unit. So this is the adapter harness, so that goes into the aerial. Fits perfectly, and that goes into there. So later I'll put a reverse camera on this, but that's for the reverse camera there. So I've just got to plug those 2 into the back of the new head unit. So all these accessory cables here, I won't be using those for the time being. You've seen how easy it is to get the head unit out. So I'm going to wrap them up just so they don't rattle. This will drive me nuts. So I'm just going to sort of wrap them up like this and put a cable tie around it. Right. So this can be plugged into the back here. That snaps into place. Now I've got 2 USB cables here, so they need to be fed through that's where I've brought the USB cables into the cab. Let's just see if this works before I put the rest back together. Yeah, we have some activity there. Well, that works. That must be the home button. So you can see here it already comes loaded up with Chrome. That'll be settings. So I can see it's picked up my home network here. And it's also picked up some other networks nearby. It's not in English at the moment, so I need to find out how to change it to English. Yeah, it's quite easy to use. And there's all various apps. So now we can put this back in. So it fits in there very neatly. I'll put the screw back in the top. And then the little tray goes back in here. So that's it. So it's quite intuitive. You can go to the settings and I managed to change the language to English. Now I can go through and connect it to my Wi-Fi network, but I don't need to show you that. I'm sure you'll be able to work it out. So I hope you found this video very helpful. Thanks for watching.